Hi everyone. Um,
Hello.
hi Harsha.
Hi.
Welcome.
Thank you
So
so much. Am I audible?
yes, you are.
Great. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Um, so just can shall we wait for a minute or two, or shall we just
Sure, we can.
go ahead?
Yeah, let's go ahead.
Okay. So welcome everyone, whoever's joining us today. So today this live is going to be a slight extension of my Nobai challenge, and we are going to be repurposing some kitchen ingredients and specifically kitchen waste like vegetable peels and things like that to make skincare. And we are joined by Harsha today. Harsha owns a brand called Jugni. It's into sustainable skincare and lifestyle products. So Harsha, I think it's better you introduce yourself, so you can give us a brief about your brand and about yourself and how you started this.
Definitely. Thank you so much for having me, Soumya. I'm really excited and looking forward to this. And a very, very warm hello and welcome to everyone who's joining us today, as well as everyone who will be watching this later on. Um, so yes, like Soumya said, I founded this brand called Jugni, which is very close to my heart. I started this sometime around 2019 with a mission to make sure that a true sustainable lifestyle is available to people at affordable prices. And when I say sustainable, I don't mean just using natural ingredients, right? But there's so much more that goes into making sure that a brand is sustainable or the way you're using your products is sustainable. So, right from trying to keep on reusing the containers that we have. So, we have like a container return policy where you can just send us our empty containers and we repurpose them and reuse them. To making sure that everything we use is obviously 100% natural, as well as also sourcing our ingredients from local vendors as much as possible, right? So trying to, and also having like 100% recyclable packaging. So trying to basically create an entire system of production, an entire production line which is sustainable, and in that also making sure that we only manufacture in small batches and we customize products based for the client's requirements. So that's a little bit about the brand. It's a female run brand, and all our employees are also female. Even people we employ externally, most of them are female run agencies. So yeah, it's a very exciting space to be in, and I'm really looking forward to showing you all some of the things that in fact we also do at Jugni when it comes to creating our skincare products, but also just being in alignment with Soumya's No Buy Challenge, which I think a lot of you have been taking up as well. And to try and show you some tricks that you can employ just using simple things like your kitchen waste, or even when it comes to, how can you reuse the containers that you have from all these brands that you buy your skincare products from, right? Because a lot of times we have these empty containers lying around, but we don't know how to best use them, or we're at least scared of using them because they might have some chemical residue. So how should we go about cleaning these containers and sanitizing these containers so that we can keep using them? Because obviously it doesn't make sense for us to throw them away, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, that's a little bit about the brand and a little bit about what I will be talking about today. I'll be very, very happy if any one of you have questions as and when I speak. Please do keep typing it and we'll try to answer it then and there. But to begin with, I think Soumya, I can start with the container thing, right?
Yeah,
Because so
I
I'll
think
show
that'll be
you.
best. Yeah.
Yeah, because yeah, I
Because I
this
have a
was
lot
something
of
which is
containers lying around, which
right.
I'm like, I know we
Exactly.
can repurpose it. I use it for other things, but not for putting skincare into it again. So I'm a little scared about
Exactly.
that. So I really want to
Exactly.
understand how to do this.
Yeah. In fact, the when we clean it, it'll be safe even for you to put your food in, honestly. So that's how we are going to sanitize it. So I'll show you an example of how we can do it with a container that I have. This is a bottle from my brand itself, right? So this is something we had used, and we've cleaned it. How? Obviously, we removed the labels and everything, and you put it in hot water, or you pour hot water inside it, right? And that just helps you get rid of all the greasiness that any of your skincare product might have had, right? So a little bit of dishwash and hot water, and let it sit for some time, and then wash it the way you wash any utensil of yours, right? Now, once that is done, you let it dry very, very properly, because water will attract bacteria. So you want to make sure that your container is extremely fully dry before you move on to sanitizing it. Now, how do you sanitize it? It's a very quick process. You can get some isopropyl alcohol from any drug or chemist store, right? Um, so this solution is something that we use to sanitize our containers in the food industry as well as the skincare industry, right? So you get them in spray bottles usually. You can get it at any chemist store because it's a drug. So it's also used at hospitals and medically. So, and it's very,
Yeah.
very safe. So you just spray some isopropyl alcohol in your container, right? And you take a cloth and wipe it very nicely. So once that's done, you leave it to dry for a few seconds. Because it's alcohol, it obviously evaporates. But at the same time, it will clean all residue product, all germs, everything, and this becomes safe for you to put any of your other skincare products in. In fact, if you have like bigger bottles of lotions or face wash or whatever, and you want to travel, right? So instead of buying smaller bottles, you can just repurpose your smaller containers and just pour your face wash or lotion, whatever you want to carry when you're traveling, and take these smaller containers with you,
So,
right? So,
is this like you using glass? You're showing it for glass, but is it safe
yeah.
for even
For
plastic
plastic,
or?
yes, I was
Okay.
just getting into that. Thank you for letting me know. So, with
Okay.
metal containers, for example, it's a little tricky because the moment you wash it, metal reacts with water, right? And that just might
Mm.
not be as good for food or skincare. But you can always use metal containers for repurposing other, like repurpose it for other things like storage and stuff. But with plastic, you can definitely do this, especially plastic containers that come with brands like, say, Body Shop, for example, right? They have these big plastic containers, but they're good quality plastic, and they don't
Mm.
go bad, or they don't deform after one use or anything. And in fact, I might have like a lot of containers I've collected from, say, Body Shop or Forest Essentials, right, over a period of time. So definitely you can use it with you can do this with plastic containers too. The only thing that you need to keep in mind is, when you're using plastic containers, don't pour the water shouldn't be very hot
Yeah.
when you're
Okay.
cleaning it, right? Apart, because
Right.
obviously that'll melt the plastic. But
Mm.
as long as it's clean and dry, you can use isopropyl alcohol to sanitize your container, and you're good to go. So even
Oh.
like old lotion bottles, you
Mm.
can do
Yeah.
that. The only thing to remember with bottles and pumps is that the pipe, you cannot
Mm.
reuse that straw that
Oh,
comes in, the plastic straw, because the moment you put water, it's very
mm.
difficult to dry those straws,
Clean.
right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
any water residue will inevitably attract bacteria. But the bottles you can definitely reuse.
Right. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Great. Great.
Yeah, I hope
Yeah.
that did help, and it will encourage more people to reuse your containers for more than just storage, because there's only so
Yes.
much you can
Exactly.
do. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I think I can
So,
now move on to, yeah, go ahead.
yeah. Yeah. I was going to say the same thing. Again, we can start with the
Yeah.
recipes.
Yes,
Yeah.
I am very excited for
Because
this
I am very
actually.
excited. The
Yeah.
bit which really excited me is the how to use kitchen waste. Because I know that
Mm-hmm.
kitchen ingredients we can
Yeah.
somehow do something, but
Correct.
from waste, I am very
Uh,
excited about that.
yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, this is more than just using your normal besan and yogurt, right? This is
Exactly.
more
Yeah.
moving ahead from your besan and dahi to actually make use of the waste that we create every day in our kitchens or in our homes,
Exactly.
especially like all the food waste. And how can you use that for daily skincare? And trust me, this is as good as um natural skincare gets, when because you can do all of this every day, and it's great for your skin, great for the environment. And the good thing is that most of these recipes that I'm going to talk about, you can still strain these ingredients and compost them, right?
Yes,
So it's not,
exactly. So I'm like, before
right?
composting, I have another use of these that is quite exciting for me
Exactly.
to see. Yeah.
Exactly. Because it's not just like your vegetable peels and you have it and you put it in your compost bin, but you can actually, there's added steps and you can do so much more for your skincare. Um,
True.
but yes. So I will be talking about some ingredients that generally we produce as kitchen waste, and
Okay.
what are some of their properties and how we can incorporate them. I'll just quickly go over some of these ingredients and then come up with some recipes. I have a few things that I can show everyone as well.
Okay. Great.
So some, like generally I'm a big fan of making sure that I can use all my vegetable and fruit peels,
Yeah.
right? Anytime you walk into my house, you will see in the balcony there is something drying, some peel
Drying.
drying, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, so things like say potato peels and lemon peels, orange peel, cucumber peel, avocado peels, banana
Uh,
peels, papaya peels, all of these are things you can always use. Even things like overripe fruit or grapes which
mm,
have gone slightly bad and you don't want to use them to eat, right? Or overripe fruit and you don't feel like eating them, but why waste them, right?
yeah.
So potato peels, for example, I think it's something that all of us have probably grown up seeing people putting potato peel on their eyes,
Yeah.
right? That's because it has firming qualities and it does have qualities that help you reduce your puffiness and dryness. So that's something you can easily do with
Okay.
potato peels. Vitamin C peels like orange, lemon, and all of that, they are very, very good to dry and
Mm,
then
yeah.
make a powder and use as
Right.
scrubs, right?
Yeah.
Especially orange and lemon, because they have they have oils in their peels, and it just
Mm,
makes it so much better for all skin types. And it's almost like you're using the purest form of essential oil if you can, right? Because it's
yeah.
coming right from the peel. You've just sun dried it. All you have to do is, once you've uh, gotten your peels, just put them in, good to create a powder, and that's it.
Mm, yeah.
Yeah. So, and with lemon, one of my other favorite things is to do is, once you squeeze your lemon juice, right? You have the entire peel left.
Mm,
Just use those
yeah.
peels as is for your nails, for your fingernails and toenails. Just rub those peels on your nails, under your nails, right?
Okay.
This is because it strengthens your nails and brightens your cuticles a lot. So
Okay.
you can easily do this once or twice a week. Use this for your
Okay.
pedicures and your manicures. And
Mm,
just generally, the moment you're squeezing your lemon, just take the peel and rub your nails with it. This is something my mother does every time she squeezes lemons, for example.
okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's definitely one of the other things that you can do apart from just creating powders with your peels. Another
Mm.
fruit
And
which,
is this
yeah.
yeah, sorry. So the lemon, like some people say it's quite drying. So is it
Hmm.
okay for all skin types to use lemon peel powder
Yeah.
or things?
Correct. So, if you use lemon juice directly on your skin, that's not advisable,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Right.
But lemon peel powder, once you mix it with, say, things like yogurt or
Mm.
rose water
Okay.
and add honey to it, honey is very moisturizing and it is a humectant, right?
Mm.
So, when you add these things, or if you add it in a little quantity with, say, some fruit like banana.
Mm.
Like you
Okay.
can mash some banana and just add a little bit of lemon peel powder, for example, right? So it's a very good source of vitamin C. Though one thing to keep in mind when you're using home ingredients is, Um, Although they are home ingredients, although they are kitchen waste, and it's coming from the food we eat, they still have chemical properties, right? Some might suit certain skin types and some might not suit certain skin types. And it's very important to also keep in mind that the quantity of product you're using is also important. It's not like, acha, it's natural, so we can do whatever with it and we can use as much
Exactly.
ever we want and it's good for every skin type. Like, for example, I wouldn't advise someone with oily skin to rub a banana peel on their face, right? Because banana peels are good for people with dry skin to normal skin.
Dry skin.
So it's very important that before you do it, like before you use some ingredients, just read up a little about them, right? So I'll give you some examples. Things like cucumber is something which people with all skin types can use. Oranges, people with all skin types can use. Pomegranates, apples, again, people with all skin types can use. But things like, say, lemon, potato, um, I would not recommend people with dry skin to use these. And things like papaya and banana, I would not recommend people with very oily skin to use these,
Oily
right? Be it the fruit or the peel.
Okay.
So it's obviously advised that you read up a little bit about what skin type this fruit is suited for before you make your recipes. But one common I think step that you can follow when you're using powders of vegetable and fruit peels.
Okay.
So fruits and vegetables whose peels we can use to dry and make powders. The best ones are definitely orange, lemon. You can also use pomegranate,
Okay.
right? Because pomegranate is very brightening and it's very good on your skin. So you can dry pomegranate peels and use them and then grind them in a mixer and just
Okay.
use those powders. And the easiest way to go about it is mix it with some yogurt or rose water or honey, or sometimes, depending on what fruit it is, you can mix it with a little bit of milk and add more ingredients, like build it up. You can add honey and yogurt, for example. And these are simpler recipes which are good for all skin types. So just apply them and let them be for 5-10 minutes and wash them off. And the good thing about drying peels and using the powder is that they last you for a good time if you put it in your fridge, right? They don't
Okay.
go bad very soon. You can use
Yeah,
them
I
for a
think
few months.
powders definitely, that's the advantage. But
Exactly,
generally,
right?
what is the like time you could
So
probably
if
like
you keep it in the
keep it
fridge, you
for?
can use it for up to a month
Okay.
easily.
Okay.
Yeah. And in fact, things like orange peel, you can use it for like 2, 3, 4 months as well.
Okay.
Yeah. Because they've completely dried out. So there's no water content. It's just like, it's almost like a dry spice then, right? So
Yeah.
you, if you keep, I just recommend keeping it in the refrigerator and not keeping it outside as far as possible, especially for a lot of cities in India where the climate and the weather is so hot,
Yeah.
right? So
Right.
keeping it in the fridge and it's good for like a few months easily without any
Okay.
preservatives.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, I did prepare a list of all these different peels and what could their benefits be and what skin types they're good for. But I don't want to take everyone's time right now. If you all have questions and want to know something about your particular skin type and what fruits or vegetables you can use for those, I'd be happy to answer. Otherwise, we will be releasing, I think, recipe cards after this live in the coming few days, so that you can always go back to the recipe cards and look at what kind of fruits and what kind of vegetable peels you can use for your skin type.
For different skin
But
types.
yeah, yeah, but I
Yeah.
just hope that everyone gets an idea that this is also something that they can do with their food waste,
Okay.
right? So something as simple as hi Anya, hi. So something as simple as obviously like peels, drying them and making a powder. But what is something you can do with peels that you can't dry, like avocado or banana or
Okay.
papaya, because they won't last and there's no such use of drying these because they're not scrubbing agents.
Yeah.
So banana peel, if you have very dry skin, you can just rub it on your, like, on clean skin, keep it for some time and wash it
Okay.
off. Very
Okay.
moisturizing. Same goes for papaya. It's Papaya gives you a very good glow and it's very moisturizing, right? And avocado peel definitely is something you can use to condition your hair as well as your skin. Because there's always some product left over on avocado peels, right? You can just use it directly, just rub a little on your skin or just rub your hand and put it on your skin and let it sit for a few minutes and wash it off. And it's a very good conditioner for your hair as well, right? Similarly, for hair, there are things like aquafaba. Now, what is aquafaba? Aquafaba is nothing but the
Yeah.
chickpea ka pani, right? So when we
I,
soak
all
chickpeas,
the things that you're telling me,
yeah,
I didn't realize it because I didn't look at it from that perspective. But all these
yeah,
are things which I give to my plants, and and they do
right?
so well. And now I'm like, okay, I can actually use it on myself too.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly, because it's nutrients, right? So if your
exactly.
plants can use it, so can you. So yeah,
Exactly.
so
So I know I rub the banana peel on my leaves to make them shiny, but I didn't know I
that's
could
new
use
for
it on my
me.
skin. So
That's new for
yeah,
me. I did not know
okay,
that.
okay, great.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
so yeah, something like chickpea water, you can just wash your hair with it, right? And like rinse your hair with it
Okay.
and wash it off. So it's very good. It conditions your hair really well, right? So
Okay.
these are, yeah, and things like when your curry leaves go bad, for example, right?
Hmm.
If they've darkened, you don't want to use them in your food. Just make a paste of curry leaves with some oil or fenugreek seeds or yogurt even, and apply it as a mask for your on your hair for like 30 minutes to an hour. And it works
Okay.
magic. Curry leaves works magic for your hair, right? So
Okay.
if your leaves have gone
You're talking
slightly
about
black,
drying the curry leaves and then grinding them,
not
or
even
just
needed.
directly?
Even
Okay,
drying is not
fine.
needed, right? You can always dry them and keep them if you want, or if you have dry curry leaves, you can always use those as well. But it's not necessary. Like the
No.
fresher, the better in this case.
Okay.
But
Okay.
yeah, but if you have waste curry leaves that you haven't used in your food, and if they've gone slightly black,
They're going
um,
bad.
exactly. So you can always just use those in your hair. Even neem leaves. Neem leaves are not something that we generally have at home. But if
Hmm.
you have them at home and they've started to go bad, you can use those like in small quantity for your hair because it's a very good antibacterial for your hair and scalp, right?
Yeah.
So using neem water or neem oil or neem mixed with curry leaves and yogurt is very good for your hair. And then
Okay.
again,
No.
like I said, you can keep building up on it. You can keep adding honey or other things that are good for your hair and just use them as a mask, right? So yeah, and I just
Uh,
wanted to show, yeah, please tell me.
Looks like we have a couple of questions. Do you want to take them
Sure.
now, or?
Yes, please. I'd be happy to.
So Anya asked, what can sensitive skin type use?
Yeah. So for sensitive skin type, I would recommend using ingredients which are very mild, right? So things like cucumber, honey,
Hmm.
milk, oats which have probably expired, for example, and you don't want to use them. Even banana or avocado is something you can use for sensitive skin type, right? Lemon, I wouldn't advise, but orange is something you can definitely use. What I would ask you to stay away from is probably coffee and tomato and yeah, coffee and tomato and things like this are something I would probably not advise for sensitive skin type. But something simple that like a quick mask or a scrub if you want to do, just try to add some dry fruits like almonds, right? Because they have oil content. So, and hydrating ingredients, as many hydrating ingredients as you can, like honey and cucumber. So, cucumber and
Hmm.
aloe vera are probably my favorite ingredients for sensitive
Aloe vera.
skin. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Is there any other
And
question?
another question was about the potato peels.
Mm-hmm.
Used potato peels on my face a few times, but it dries out my skin very
Yeah.
quickly.
Yeah.
And
So,
actually, that happens to me too. So, yeah.
correct. So, two ways of going about it. A, don't use it on your face. I wouldn't recommend that if you have sensitive skin
Okay.
or dry skin, right? If you have
Huh.
oily skin, go ahead and use it on your face. But if you want to get the benefits of potato peel for your under eyes, what you can do is take
Hmm.
a piece of cotton, maybe, or whatever, like cotton wool or anything like a gauze or something. Dip it in milk, cold milk,
Okay.
right? So that's your moisturizing
Mm.
agent, and that will help to not let the moisture go away. And you can put that
Okay.
over your potato peel, or put your potato peel on top of that, so that both the things work, simultaneously,
Yeah.
and it does
You get the
not dry out
benefits
your
of
skin.
both without. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yes, if you have very dry skin, then I wouldn't recommend using potato peel, or at least not keeping it for long. Then you reduce the time you keep it
Okay.
for. Yeah, it's like five
Okay.
minutes maybe.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Okay. Great.
yeah, great.
That's all.
So I wanted to actually show you all something that I created this morning
Okay.
in my kitchen. So this is something that I really enjoy doing. These are called steam bowls, right? And this is
Hmm.
a quick thing you can do if you don't want to put in so much effort into like drying your ingredients or putting, like scrubs or something. And if you're someone who enjoys relaxing the way I do, I am a big relaxing person. I'll do bath salts and face mists and face steams every day. So this is something you can do quickly, and always this is something you can strain your ingredients and just put them in your compost bin after you're done, right?
Okay.
So I am not sure how much of it you can see,
Yeah.
right? But what I have done is I have used things like lemon waste,
Hmm.
right?
Okay.
Lemon peel, lemon waste,
Hmm.
and there is cucumber peel,
Okay.
and there are some flowers which I got from my garden. So this one is jasmine, the bela flower,
Okay.
which were fallen down. Then there is a couple of mint leaves that I threw in,
Hmm.
right? So these steam bowls actually work very well, not just for your skin, but for your entire respiratory system as well, right? So just add some of these ingredients in a bowl or in your steamer, whatever, and add hot water and take steam for 10 minutes. They work like
Okay.
magic for your skin,
And
right?
that's
Because,
quite easy actually. A
yeah,
very
right?
lazy
Whatever.
girl method, yes.
Exactly. And you can always up it one level by using some essential oils, just adding 1 or 2 drops of essential oils in this. And this is great for not just taking care of your skin. This is something you can do once a week easily. But also if you have like cold, or if you want to relax, there's fatigue, you can't sleep well, all of these things. So there are different ingredients you can use for these different things. You can always read a little about them, but just to give you some idea, things like cucumber, the moment you add it, or aloe vera even, right? If you add it to your face steam bowl, these are very, very hydrating, right?
Okay.
Flowers are very hydrating and very mild on your skin. Lemon is very refreshing, as well as it helps your skin glow, right? So these things are something that everyone can use, right? Every skin type can go ahead and do something like this. Just that the duration of your steam will differ, because if you have very dry skin, it's not recommended to take steam for long. As well as if you
True.
have acne prone skin, it is not recommended to take steam for so long, facial steam, right? And adding some essential oils, like say you can add lavender if you want to relax, or if you're going through insomnia. You can add eucalyptus or peppermint if you want to detox your skin, just like a couple of drops of eucalyptus or peppermint oil. Or if you have those leaves, like peppermint leaves at home, just put like a couple of leaves, right? Like I
Okay.
put in some mint leaves inside this. It's very refreshing, and it helps you both internally and externally. And
Okay.
once you're done, just strain them, put them for composting,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. I love this.
So
This I'm gonna try because it's
yeah,
super easy. Like
I'm
not much
glad.
effort.
Right, exactly. Not much effort, but very, very useful. And I could talk about things like coffee grounds or coffee powder, and use tea bags. But I think a lot of people already know how they can use coffee as scrubs.
Yeah.
But use tea bags. There's something which I really like, which is once you've used a
Okay.
tea bag in water, uh, take it out, right? Don't throw it away. I know some people use it for different plants and all of that, all of those purposes as well. But if you want to use it for your skin, put it again in some water, right? Let it boil. Try to take out as much of it as possible, and mix it maybe with some honey and some lemon juice, and put it in your ice tray,
Ah,
and
okay.
freeze it, right?
Okay.
So these are like instant skin rejuvenation cubes now,
Hmm. I think
right? And
puffiness
detox
or
cubes.
anything, it'll help with
Exactly,
that. Yeah.
exactly. So they detox your skin like nothing, right? Nothing else, because we know green tea is very detoxifying.
Green
So
tea.
using these ice cubes, mixed with say milk or honey or just lemon juice and green tea, just freeze these and use them. Obviously, don't use them directly. I'd recommend using tying like a soft cloth or something over it,
Okay.
and don't use ice directly on your face,
Yeah, yeah.
or just use them before you're getting ready, for example,
Hmm.
to go out, and your skin is bright, right, and
Hmm.
not puffy. So this is
Yeah.
something
I
like you
think
can
all
do.
puffy eyes can really
Yeah,
help.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, absolutely. So that's something you can definitely do. And I also wanted to show you all some face scrub which I had created with
Okay.
orange peel and lemon peel. So what I have done, this is a very simple recipe which works for all skin types. What I have done is, this has got orange powder in it. It's got some lentil, right? Whatever
Hmm.
lentil you can get,
Any
be it
dal.
the green lentil or the masoor dal. So some lentil, and you add, especially because I have a little dry and sensitive skin, so I like using almonds on my face, right? So just
Okay.
add a few almonds, um,
Hmm.
and add maybe some strands of saffron, right? Saffron is
Okay.
something you can also add to your steam bowl if you want,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Add some saffron. You can also add like a teaspoon of milk to your steam bowl. Just saying, milk actually works wonders if used rightly for all skin types, right?
Okay.
So
Okay.
just grind everything together, all of these ingredients, some saffron, almond, dried orange peel, dried lemon peel, or dried whatever fruit peel you want, like pomegranate or
Hmm.
anything that you've dried,
Pomegranate.
and use this, mix it with yogurt or rose water or milk, whatever you want to. Use this as a
Hmm.
scrub, or as a face pack, and this is safe to use every day, right? So,
Okay.
and you can store this entire powder in your
Hmm.
fridge for a few weeks easily,
Okay. Great.
right?
Yeah.
So it's like, honestly, if you use an orange, nothing about the orange will go to waste, for example. If
I
you
know.
use a
Yeah.
pomegranate, nothing about the pomegranate has to go to waste, because you can use everything from the seeds to the peels,
Hmm.
right?
Okay.
Even
Yeah.
avocado seeds, right? You can break them open once you've used the avocado, break the seed open and let it dry. And once it's dried,
Hmm.
you can grind it and use it as a powder for a scrub. Even that's very good for your skin,
Oh, okay. Okay.
right?
So, how much time does it take? Because the seed, I'm just thinking,
Yeah, it
how much
takes
time does it
time.
take to dry?
So seeds will take time under the sun, and I don't recommend, drying them in the oven or anything, because that just dehydrates them. So,
Hmm.
and it's also using a lot of electricity for drying something that could be naturally dried. So seeds do take some time to dry, but that's why you break them before you dry them,
Hmm.
right? With a
Okay.
hammer or like those grinding tools that you have at home or something.
Mortar.
So you can
Okay.
break them, or even like sometimes the seeds are soft, so like a sharp knife will also do. But always
Okay.
cover them with a net or something when you put it in the sun, because it might attract flies otherwise. And you just want to make sure that it doesn't go bad and insects don't
Hmm.
spoil it. So just add
Okay.
like a net cover or something around it, and you're good to go. And keep it out, let it dry every day in the morning in the sun. And within like a couple of days, it
Okay.
should be good. Yeah.
Okay. Great. Great.
Yes.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so these are some things that I wanted to talk about. There's one more very special recipe that I wanted to share with everyone, which is one of my favorites. It's um, so every time there's decoration at home, in case there are flowers, right? In case you
Hmm.
have fresh flowers or you've gotten bouquets as gifts, anything, right? Um, as long as these flowers are something like orchid, rose, marigold, jasmine, all of these flowers can be used for creating facial mists and facial toners,
Okay.
right? And how do you do it? It's a very simple process. Whatever leaves you have, like flower petals, so just take off the petals and wash them thoroughly under water. Once you wash them, and you could mix your petals like marigold and rose. You can just throw it together, right? There's no need to do only rose or only marigold. And this is also a way of creating rose water, by the way, that you can use in your food, that you can use for your skincare, anything, right? So if you
Okay.
are using it for your skincare, I would recommend using distilled water, but normal
Mm.
filter water is also fine. So what you do is you take a pan, right, and you put your petals inside, and you cover it with water. You cover and you put only as much water as much you want to, as much will cover the petals, right?
Cover
And then you take another bowl and you put it
it.
in the
Mm-hmm.
middle of your pan,
Okay.
right? So
Okay.
this
Yeah.
is a way of steam distilling your rose water. So this is something you can
Oh,
use as your facial toner. So you cover it then and you put it on the stove. You put some ice cubes on the cover and
mm.
just leave it on low flame, right? And after some time, you will see that the bowl that we had put in will collect all the distilled water, all the steam
Okay.
distilled water, and that is your rose water or flower water, which you can use as a toner for your face every day, every time you wash your face, or as a
Oh.
refreshing mist, right? Again, this is a
But
very
this is
quick
safe
process.
even. Okay,
Yeah.
but this is safe to use. Like, I'm just wondering about, some of the bouquets are usually sprayed with a lot of things, chemicals to keep them fresh.
Yeah,
Is
fresh.
this
Yeah.
method okay for that?
Yes, as
Or
long as you are washing them thoroughly, it's
okay,
fine. Yeah, just wash
yeah,
your petals thoroughly because this is again steam distillation, right? So a lot
huh.
of purification is anyway happening. That is why we are not using the water that is just
Directly.
coming from boiling the petals.
Yeah, yeah,
We're
yeah,
using
yeah.
water
Makes
that's
sense.
condensed.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
But
I
you'll
guess.
have to
Yeah.
be sure to like wash everything thoroughly.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. But
So I
these
think
are
this is
some
a
of the
better
recipes.
method if you're worried about, they're organic or not, compared to
Yeah.
directly, grinding the petal powder and using them on the skin. I guess this
Correct.
is a safer method if you're not sure about
For sure. For sure.
whether it's organic or not, the flowers.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yes. I think, yeah, these are some of the tips that I wanted to share with all of you. I would love if any of you have any questions about how you can reuse kitchen waste or any other waste for skincare or any skincare related questions. I'd love to answer them.
And also, I'm just trying to put this again that all the recipes, for anybody who's joining now, all the recipes will be posted later too. So in case you join in the middle and you think you're missing out, this will be saved and the recipes also will be
Yeah.
given later. So don't worry about that.
Yeah. And you can always just DM either of us and we'd be happy
Yes.
to help too. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't see any questions actually. So
Done. But this was a lot of fun, Soumya.
yeah, it was. And yeah, I mean, I have used a few things like my ultimate like winter favorite is the coffee coconut oil scrub.
Oil, yeah, I
Uh,
love it.
that solves
I
two
love it.
problems for me. It gets rid of all the dead skin, and on top of that, it's moisturizing, so I don't have to go back after a shower and put a
Yeah.
moisturizer. So that is something which I always use. That's my favorite for winter.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm going to try the steamed method which you told me about, like putting all the
Yeah, the
ingredients
face
in it,
steam bowl.
because that sounds like the easiest. And yeah, I can do that
Yeah.
without. I mean, of course, the if you want your ingredients to stay longer, as you mentioned, the lemon peel powder and orange peel powder, they stay for a longer time, but they need a little bit of effort as well. So I think it's a choice whether you want to,
Yeah,
if you want to
true.
use fresh ingredients, then there's one way to use it, and yeah, you want your ingredients to last longer, then there's another way. So
Correct.
yeah, I've learned a lot because I think I was wasting all my peels. Not wasting, they were still going to the compost, but I think
Compost. But
there
there's an
is
added use.
another use.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's another use for it before it ends up in the
Yeah.
compost. So I
Yeah,
really love this
exactly.
session, and
Yay, I'm glad. I'm so
I'm also
happy.
looking forward to your recipe cards whenever
Yeah.
yeah can send it to me. Because I didn't note down anything. So yeah, I'm also looking
For
forward
sure,
to
for
that.
sure. I'll be, yeah, I am actually very excited because there are more things which obviously we couldn't talk about since, we're doing a live and there's
Yeah,
limited time. But I'd be excited to see how, everyone interacts with the recipes and uses them. And if you all do
yeah,
use any of those recipes, please do, share your pictures with us or share your feedback with us. That'll be great.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And you were also telling me about when you shared a video about how to use soap, the leftover
So,
pieces. Can you just tell it
yeah, for
here
sure.
probably for the people? Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So, this is something that I have faced a lot because I'm not a shower gel person. I am the old school soap bar
Mhm.
person. I like using soap bars. And towards the end, there are these small pieces which are left over, and you can't use them, but you can't throw them because it's still soap, right? So what do you do?
Yeah.
You can just leave them to dry, right? And once you collect a few of them, you can do a couple of things. One of the ways is to melt them in a double boiler together
Okay.
and put them in a mold, in a silicone mold, like pour it in a silicone mold and let it dry in room temperature,
Mhm.
not freeze it, but let it dry. And you can use it as one single soap bar. And you can always add things like a fragrance oil or an essential oil to it. But this is a
Mm.
more tedious process. Plus, it's like some soap is a glycerine based soap, some soap is a milk based soap. So you don't know like what will go well with what. Another method that I
Mm.
really like
Okay.
is you can get a small, like a, you can make a pouch yourself, for example, of a washcloth, any kind of washcloth that you can use in your shower
Okay.
as a loofah, right? Just make a
Mm.
pouch and put your soap shavings inside it. So once
Mm.
you've made a pouch and you put your soap shavings inside it, you just have to wet it and use it on your skin. So it's both a
Yeah.
loofah and a soap. And I really like this
Yeah.
method. It's a lot of, honestly, like it's a lot of fun also. It's just
Yeah.
fun
It
to
is.
use it.
Yeah.
So
You get
yeah,
a
that's
scrub,
also
and at
something.
the same time, your soap is not leaking.
Exactly. It's so
Yeah. Perfect.
like so time effective also, like saves you so much time. But that's something you can do. Another thing you can do is you get those natural loofahs, the vegetable dried loofahs,
Huh.
है ना, the
Yeah. Yeah.
turai wala loofahs that you
Turai
get.
wala. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Correct.
Got it.
So what you can do is you can just cut them into smaller pieces. Take a mold like a silicone mold, yeah, metal mold, whatever, jiska bhi,
Okay.
and you've melted your soap shavings. If you've melted them, put those loofah small ones in the mold and pour your melted soap,
Liquid soap. Okay.
हाँ, उसमें, and let it dry. So they are soap bars again with loofahs. So that's also one way of using it. But
Okay.
again, these are more time consuming things. I'd rather
Mm.
just put everything in a pouch and use
Yeah.
it.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's definitely something you can do and make sure that it doesn't go to waste.
Yeah. Right. And I think we can do the same thing with candles as well. The wax which is left
Yeah.
over in
Yeah,
can.
exactly the same thing, right? So I've actually
Okay.
prepared it. I'll just show you all something. So these are some of the candles that I have, which I can't burn anymore because it's I
Yeah.
can't because I can't reach my hand, can't reach here, and there's very little. Or sometimes what happens is that the wick dies out. So the
Yeah.
wick
Exactly.
vanishes. What do you burn?
Mm.
Right?
Yeah.
So what you can do is just put this in very hot water. Put the container in hot water, right? And that just loosens the sides, say the wax. Once the wax
Mm.
has started to melt a little, take a knife and just scrape it off, right? Scrape it off, put
Okay.
it
The
in a,
side.
exactly. Scrape it
Yeah.
off, take the entire wax out, put it in a bowl, and put that bowl on a
Okay.
double boiler.
Okay.
So you can't directly melt your wax, but you can put it on a double boiler.
Double
And
boil.
whatever wax you have collected, you can just put it on a double boiler. And you can do two things with it. One is you can add some more fragrance if you want to add to it once it's melted. If not, you can just use maybe like your old containers that we spoke about, right?
Yeah.
Use them as candles or whatever glass you want to use, anything that you want to use, right?
Mm.
And just attach a wick and pour the wax
Okay.
and make it into a new candle, right?
Oh.
That's one thing. Another thing you can do
Mm.
is create room fresheners or bathroom fresheners with these. And
Oh,
how do you do that? You take a mold again, right? Like a silicone mold. And the melted wax, you add some more fragrance to it if you want, right? And
okay.
so these things, if you all Google it, you will see these are called wax sachets, right? So you just
Okay.
pour, so you get wax sachet mold separately, but you can do this with anything. You don't necessarily have to
Okay.
get a mold, but any silicone
Mhm.
mold or baking mold would work. And you
Okay.
just pour your melted wax in it, and they come out as tablets, like like if you put it in a cupcake mold, for example, it'll come out like a round, right? It'll just dry and come out like a round. Once it's
Mhm.
solid, you can just put it in a sachet in like any kapda ka bag, or just as is.
Okay.
Just put it somewhere in your mirror. You can hang it in your washroom, you can hang it in your room, anywhere, right?
Okay.
um and it smells really good. So this is a
Oh, this is
DIY.
a great alternative to the
Yeah,
odonil and all that, which is like quite
exactly, you don't
harmful.
have to
So,
use odonil,
yeah,
and you make use of your wax or candles that you can't burn anymore.
yeah. So you
So
just add a little bit of whatever essential
fragrance or
oil that
essential
you
oil, yeah.
like, the fragrance.
Yeah,
Okay, okay.
yeah.
This
And
is a great
sometimes you don't
one.
even have to do that, because your candles are anyway scented, right? So
Yeah,
the
yeah,
wax is anyway scented. You don't necessarily have to add any oil if the smell is strong enough.
yeah. Okay. And that
Yeah.
lasts for uh, like how much time that does last for?
As long as you keep it in the cold, it'll last you some time, honestly, because wax doesn't
Oh,
vanish. But the fragrance will
yeah, yeah.
eventually fade away.
Fragrance will.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
will eventually fade away.
Then you can
Yeah.
probably remelt it and do the same thing
Repurpose
over
it
again.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the only thing to
Right,
keep
right.
in mind while doing this is to make sure that you keep it covered in like a
Okay.
cloth which is perforable, like which has holes in it.
Hmm.
Because if you don't keep it
Huh.
covered, wax, if it comes in contact with heat, even if it's sunlight, or if the weather is too warm, it will start to get greasy and will start to melt a little. So you just have to keep it covered
Okay.
with, say, jute or like a net ka kapra that might be lying around. Anything, just a pouch will do. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Great.
Yes. But I hope these things
So
helped, and some of this
yes,
was hopefully at least new for all of you.
quite a few of the things were new for me. I mean, I was
I'm
using them,
glad.
but for different ways. But now
Yeah,
I know another way of using them. So
yeah.
yeah, it
I'm
is new
glad.
for me.
Yay. Yes. Thank you
And
so
because
much.
of the no buy challenge, I'm like trying to, not buy skincare and try to
Yeah.
like use what I already
Yeah,
have. So yeah, or from the kitchen ingredients or kitchen waste. So
for
this
sure.
is
So
good.
scrubs, moisturizer, toner, I've given you ways to do all of this at
And
home
yeah,
without you having to necessarily buy skincare.
buy. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah,
yeah. But I do hope that,
great.
Soumya, whenever you use any of this, do share it with us. Because
Yes, I
I'd
will.
also
I
love to
will.
see how it comes out.
I loved it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and I'll definitely share it with you.
Thank you. Thank you so
So
much.
thank you so much, Harsha. This
Thank you for
is
having
really
me.
very interesting and glad we did this because
Yeah, me
it
too.
helps
Yes.
me in the challenge as well. And hopefully it help other people as well.
Yeah,
So yeah, thank you so much.
for
And
sure.
yeah, you share the recipe card whenever you can, and probably we can post it along with this video.
Yeah. I think there are a
Yeah.
few more questions that we have. Uh,
Okay.
Trying to read it and check the fridge and finish. Okay. I just joined in the live. What's the best containers to keep in fridge to last longer? Um, so definitely reusing plastic containers is a good option to keep in fridge. They actually, when you want to store something in the fridge, plastic containers work better than glass containers, because glass can break
Hmm.
if it gets too frozen, right? So just reuse all your plastic containers that you have, or you can keep them in pouches as well. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Do you see any more questions? Just like
No, I think there was another comment, so it's not a
okay. Okay.
question. Yeah.
Yeah. Done.
Yes.
So yeah. Okay. So thank you so
Yeah.
much for doing
Thank
this with
you.
us
Thank you
today,
for having me.
and
I had so much
yeah, it was
fun.
lovely talking. Lovely
Same
talking to you,
here.
and I'm going to share whatever I try out. Yeah, in the next few days.
Yes, that'll be great. And we'll make sure to share the recipe cards and post it on our page.
Yeah.
And Soumya will post it on her page so that all of you have access to it as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Thank you,
Thank
Harsha.
you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.